The air was crisp, and the first snowflakes of the season danced through the sky as I stood on the porch, gazing out at the winter wonderland that stretched before me. It was Christmas Eve, and I couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement and adventure in the air. Little did I know that this Christmas would be unlike any I had ever experienced. As I sipped on a cup of hot cocoa, my mind wandered to the stories my grandfather used to tell me about his own Christmas adventures. He had traveled the world as a young man, seeking out the most remote and exotic places to celebrate the holiday. His tales of Christmas in far-flung destinations had always filled my imagination with wonder. This year, I decided to follow in his adventurous footsteps. I packed my bags, donned my warmest winter gear, and set off on a journey to make this Christmas unforgettable. My destination? A remote village nestled deep in the snowy mountains of Switzerland, where I had heard they celebrated Christmas in a truly magical way. The journey to the village was an adventure in itself. I braved icy roads, treacherous mountain passes, and even hitched a ride on a dog sled. Finally, after hours of travel, I arrived at the charming village of St. Nicholas. The village was straight out of a postcard, with its quaint, snow-covered cottages and twinkling lights adorning every street. But what truly captured my heart was the warm and welcoming spirit of the villagers. They greeted me with open arms, inviting me to join in their Christmas celebrations. As night fell, I followed the villagers to the village square, where a massive Christmas tree stood, adorned with hundreds of candles. The tree's soft glow illuminated the square, casting a magical spell over all who gathered. Children laughed and played in the snow, their rosy cheeks flushed with excitement. The highlight of the evening was the arrival of Father Christmas himself, who emerged from the forest, his sleigh pulled by a team of magnificent reindeer. He was dressed in a rich red robe, his long white beard flowing in the wind. The children rushed to his side, eager to receive gifts and share their Christmas wishes. I joined the festivities, singing carols with the villagers and warming my hands by the roaring bonfire. The air was filled with the scent of roasted chestnuts and mulled wine, and the sound of laughter and merriment echoed through the village. As the night wore on, I found myself drawn to an old man sitting alone on a bench. His eyes sparkled with a wisdom that hinted at a lifetime of adventures. We struck up a conversation, and he shared tales of his own Christmases in far-flung places, much like my grandfather had. He told me about a secret tradition in the village, a tradition that had been passed down through generations. It involved a midnight hike up the tallest mountain in the area, where, if the conditions were right, one could witness a breathtaking display of the northern lights. It was said to be a sight that could fill even the most jaded heart with wonder. I couldn't resist the call of adventure. The old man and I, along with a small group of villagers, set off on the snowy trail that led to the mountain's peak. The hike was grueling, but the anticipation of what awaited us kept us going. As we reached the summit, a hush fell over the group. The night sky above us was ablaze with colors as the northern lights danced and shimmered in a breathtaking display of nature's beauty. It was a sight that filled me with awe and wonder, and I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of gratitude for the adventure that had led me here. As the first rays of dawn broke over the horizon, we made our way back down the mountain, our hearts full of joy and our spirits lifted by the magic of the night. I realized that this Christmas had been more than an adventure. It had been a journey of the heart, a journey that had brought me closer to the true spirit of the season. As I returned to the village, I knew that I had experienced a Christmas unlike any other. It wasn't about the gifts or the decorations. It was about the warmth of community, the joy of sharing, and the wonder of the world around us. And as I joined the villagers in their final Christmas carol, I couldn't help but think that my grandfather would have been proud. This Christmas had been a true odyssey, a journey of the soul, and one that I would carry with me for the rest of my life. As I stood in the village square, surrounded by new friends and old traditions, I knew that I had found the true meaning of Christmas.